We have the tier 1 companies, which are the bigger companies, the companies which are more than $1 billion, in which you can include the erstwhile Ranbaxy or Dr. Reddy's or now Sun Pharma. These companies are excellently well entrenched in the regulated markets, and there is still a huge untapped opportunity in the regulated markets. And when I say regulated markets, then I mean primarily US and also to a large extent Europe. Now in the regulated markets, these markets are pretty much welfare states or countries which are tending towards welfare states. Given this situation, these markets will be under tremendous pressure as far as cost is concerned, particularly when we know that the advanced countries or the first world countries or US or Europe, they are not really growing. They are moving sideways. If you would see US, you would see that in 1 month their industrial productivity shows good, the employment figures are good, they feel upbeat, and in the next month it starts coming down slightly. So given this economic scenario, the government budgets are under severe stress. And in this environment, what will come to rescue as far as the healthcare cost is concerned are the generic products. So every government, and it's very difficult to believe that even the Japanese government is now giving extra incentive to generic products. So there is still a huge opportunity sitting there. And this opportunity gets further strengthened by the fact that in the next 5 years, another $100 billion product portfolio is coming off patent. So there is a clear opportunity for the generic business in the regulated markets. At the same time, the overall market is not growing. So the regulated market, pharma market, is actually growing in the low single-digit numbers. The double-digit growth is coming from emerging markets. So these companies, the Indian companies, are also looking at the emerging markets. And these emerging markets are markets which are also, in most cases, branded generic markets. So as far as the generic part is concerned, they are looking at the regulated markets. And but those markets, overall pharma's market size is not really growing, but then the generic opportunity is growing. And on the same side, the same product they can take as a branded product into the emerging market. So most of these companies have got a very clear emerging market strategy as well. And these emerging markets are growing at double-digit numbers. But the only problem is that these markets are fragmented. So they don't give you an opportunity in a single chunk. But since the product is a global product that Indian companies are now developing, so what they develop for one country, they can take into many more countries. So it is still making ample sense for them to address both markets at the same time. One change that I see happening is that Japan could be one new area for Indian companies. Till this point of time, I think only 3 companies have made any significant headway into the Japanese market. I think the first was Ranbaxy, second I think was Lupin, and third was Zydus. But I believe that more companies will be getting onto the Japanese market. So this is how I see the next 5 years pan out. See, there is a challenge that we are already facing. When we talk of generics, then we have 3 parts. What I call as a mnemonic CQC. So we have a cost, we have quality, and we have compliance. So we are excellent as far as cost is concerned. We are very good as far as quality is concerned. We are a little bit doddering as far as compliance is concerned. That also I'm saying because I'm saying this in the backdrop of certain very recent events. But these 3 elements of generics, cost, quality, and compliance, I think if the first 2 are pretty much in control of the Indian pharma industry, if they can address the third part, I think they are very well geared to maintain their leadership role in the generic industry. See, in emerging markets, the model is different. The model in emerging markets, So let's understand that what is typically the strength that you need for generics. For generics, you need a very strong back end, which means that you need a good facility, you need good quality documentation, you need a robust process for making the product, you need cheap access to the APIs, and a lot of Indian companies are vertically integrated. But for emerging markets, which are in many cases branded markets, you need a front end because they are branded.
Yes.
Now we have to see that as far as the back end is concerned, the Indian companies have got a very strong back end. Whether they have an equally strong front end is what we have to see. So for the moment, the entry model into emerging markets is a distributor model, that they align with a partner, a local partner, who is distributing their products. And I think this model is a good model. It does not expose you so much to the local risks, and you sell ex-India and you have a partner there who's taking responsibility of your product, and he takes care of the sales force, the field force and doctor promotion and all that. And I think this model will continue.